The Road to Character by David Brooks is an exploration of the deeper aspects of human character, focusing on the virtues that define moral character and the path toward achieving it. Brooks contrasts two types of virtues in the book: resume virtues, which are skills and achievements that are often celebrated in modern society, and eulogy virtues, which are qualities such as kindness, honesty, and integrity that are celebrated when we reflect on a person's life after their death. Brooks argues that modern society often prioritizes resume virtues over eulogy virtues, and the book aims to explore how individuals can cultivate deeper, more meaningful character traits. Brooks begins by discussing the cultural shift that has occurred in recent decades, where personal success, materialism, and individual achievement have become the focal points of societal values. He points out that people today often measure their worth by their professional accomplishments and external markers of success, such as wealth and status, rather than by their moral and ethical character. This, according to Brooks, has led to a loss of the deeper values that form the foundation of a virtuous life. The book takes a historical approach to character by looking at the lives of various individuals throughout history who embodied the values of humility, self-control, and moral integrity. Brooks examines figures such as Dwight Eisenhower, George Eliot, and Samuel Johnson, who lived lives dedicated to cultivating inner virtue rather than outward success. He highlights how these individuals worked to overcome their own flaws and imperfections in the pursuit of becoming better people, focusing on the importance of struggle and self-discipline in character development. Brooks introduces the concept of the moral bucket list in the book. He suggests that, just as people create a resume to track their achievements, they should also create a moral bucket list to help them focus on the virtues they want to develop. This list is an invitation to live a life of purpose, to prioritize the qualities that contribute to a good and meaningful life, such as kindness, humility, and generosity, rather than simply chasing external markers of success. The book emphasizes the importance of struggle and hardship in shaping character. Brooks argues that moral character is not something that can be cultivated effortlessly but requires individuals to confront their weaknesses and overcome personal challenges. He stresses that the process of developing moral virtues involves facing difficult situations, experiencing failure, and learning from one's mistakes. Brooks notes that these struggles are essential to personal growth, as they help people build resilience, perseverance, and humility. Another significant theme in the book is the role of community in shaping character. Brooks argues that a strong sense of community and belonging is crucial for moral development. He discusses how close-knit communities, whether religious, familial, or social, provide the support and structure needed to cultivate virtues. These communities hold individuals accountable and offer them opportunities to practice virtues such as empathy, selflessness, and compassion. Brooks also delves into the tension between the modern emphasis on individualism and the need for humility and selflessness. In today's culture, there is a strong emphasis on self-empowerment, self-expression, and self-reliance, which can sometimes conflict with the values of humility and self-sacrifice that are necessary for building character. Brooks argues that true character comes from the ability to transcend the ego and prioritize the well-being of others over one's own desires for recognition and success. A key part of the book's message is the idea of the two lives we all lead, the outer life, which is driven by personal achievement and societal expectations, and the inner life, which is shaped by our values, beliefs, and relationships. Brooks suggests that in order to develop true character, individuals must strive to align these two lives by focusing on internal values and moral principles rather than external success. He emphasizes that this alignment requires introspection, self-awareness, and a commitment to living a life of integrity. Brooks also explores the importance of humility in character development. He reflects on how humility is often seen as a weakness in modern society, where confidence and self-promotion are valued. However, Brooks argues that humility is a vital virtue, as it allows individuals to acknowledge their limitations, learn from others, and grow. He believes that humility is not about self-denial or lack of confidence but about recognizing the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of serving others. The book further discusses the role of faith and spirituality in shaping moral character. Brooks argues that religious traditions, particularly those that emphasize sacrifice, service, and devotion to others, can play a significant role in the development of character. He reflects on how faith practices often encourage individuals to transcend their own desires and focus on the needs of others, which in turn helps cultivate virtues such as love, kindness, and selflessness. Brooks also examines the role of virtue in leadership. He discusses how great leaders, whether in politics, business, or social movements, are often those who embody the highest moral principles, such as integrity, compassion, and courage. Leaders who focus on serving others and putting the needs of their communities first are more likely to inspire trust and respect. Brooks contrasts these leaders with those who prioritize personal gain and recognition, arguing that true leadership is rooted in character rather than power or status. The process of developing character is presented as a lifelong journey in the book. Brooks suggests that individuals must be constantly reflective and committed to self-improvement in order to grow morally. He challenges readers to be patient with themselves and to understand that character development is not something that happens overnight but is the result of years of effort, struggle, and reflection. In conclusion, The Road to Character is a call to focus on the deeper aspects of life that contribute to true fulfillment and moral growth. Brooks encourages readers to prioritize the cultivation of eulogy virtues over resume virtues, to reflect on their personal values, and to work toward becoming better people through struggle, humility, and service to others. The book offers both a critique of modern society's obsession with external success and a roadmap for developing the inner virtues that lead to a life of meaning and moral integrity. Ultimately, Brooks' message is that the road to character is a path worth taking, one that leads to a richer, more fulfilling life.